How's it going, everyone? Want to give you guys a heads up and my early thoughts on one of the bigger PlayStation titles making its way on over to PC. 2 years after its initial release, Horizon Forbidden West has been ported to PC by Nixxes Software, the guys that have been doing some killer ports on PC, and guess what? Horizon Forbidden West is yet another killer port. It's a game that I enjoyed greatly on the PS5 2 years ago, and once again, am enjoying it greatly on PC this time around. And want to give you guys a bit of my thoughts on it, at least my early portion. I already beat the game on PlayStation 5, of course, but, you know, playing it on PC for a while, played it on my ROG Ally as well. Surprisingly, it runs fairly decently on there as well, so we'll talk all about it. This is one of the best PC ports that I have played in a very, very long time. Now, that is not to say that this is an easy game to run. This game, from a visual standpoint, is still one of the best games I think I've ever seen in my life. And it is a cross-gen game. It's available on PS4 and PS5. How they got this game running on the PS4, and to be fair, I haven't ever played this game on the PS4, but from what I've heard, it's like a solid 1080p, 30 FPS. On the PS4, I don't know how accurate that is. When I did play this game, I played it on PS5 in the performance mode. Looked great then, and it looks even better on PC. But like I said, while this is a fantastic PC port with a lot of options, if you are trying to play this game at 4K, 60 FPS, maxed out, oh, you are going to need an absolute behemoth to run this game. Just keep that in mind. While recommended is an RTX 3060 or a Radeon RX 5700, and that can easily run the game. A 3060 and a 5700 will be able to run the game no problem. If you're talking about 4K 60 FPS maxed out, that is pretty difficult. Now, currently speaking, with how my setup works, I'm in a new apartment and I have been playing games on a laptop. It's a fairly good laptop. It's got a 4070M, and with that 4070M, I was able to play this game at 4K medium, and it still runs the game fairly well at 4K medium, and I was obviously chasing a higher frame rate, so, you know, I'm not going to play the game on high. Could I run the game on high? Probably, and still have it be playable? Yeah, sure. But obviously, a desktop with, let's say, a 4080 in it could push this game a lot better than what a 4070M is going to be able to accomplish, but my 4070M is doing all right. I also did play the game on the ROG Ally. The ROG Ally, if you do play the game on the Ally, as I am recording this video, what you have to do is for the GPU setting, you have to set it to auto. A lot of you guys probably have it set to like 4 gigabytes, 6 gigabytes, or 8 gigabytes for the VRAM allocation. You have to set it to auto, and then when you get into game, to get the most playable frame rate for me, 1600 by 900 is the resolution I think you guys should go with, and then medium settings. That'll get you hovering around 30 frames per second, which at that, like on a portable platform with a game at the caliber of Forbidden West, to run it 1600 by 900 and get 30 frames per second, maybe a little bit higher. Now, you can drop it to low, and the game still looks incredible on low, especially on a portable device. On low, it's still gonna look very, very good. But you can tinker around with it yourself and figure out what settings work the best for you, depending on what kind of frame rates you're gonna run after. I wanted to play this game at 4K, so I was okay with lowering it to medium, but obviously if you're playing it at 1080p, 1440p even, it'll be a little bit easier to run. Forbidden West is an absolutely gorgeous game, and it's kind of crazy to think about, because you would think that on the basis that Forbidden West is a cross-gen game, that it would be, from a visual standpoint, kind of equivalent to how Zero Dawn looks like. Like, if you look at God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, does Ragnarok look like a better game? Sure, but from my recollection of 2018, like, it's not that crazy of a discrepancy between the two. Forbidden West and Zero Dawn legitimately are worlds apart. Maybe worlds apart is a little bit of a stretch, but Forbidden West is a far, far better looking game. From the character models, the environments, it is a great, great looking game. And not to say that Zero Dawn is a bad looking game, but Forbidden West is just that much better. You look at the character models in Zero Dawn, and then you look at them in Forbidden West, totally different. The animations and whatnot, it's just really, really well done. I think from a content standpoint, Forbidden West is the stronger game as well, and just about every area of Forbidden West, I think is a superior game to Zero Dawn, and it's in a game that I would absolutely recommend, even at 60 bucks. And by the way, Green Man Gaming, if you guys do have an XP membership, you can get it for $51, so definitely a little bit of a better price point there. Remember, and also, you do get the base game, you do get the Burning Shores expansion, and they did a tremendous job. Nyx has knocked it out of the park with this PC version, especially given that Zero Dawn had a litany of issues on PC as well. So to see this kind of success out of Forbidden West, great to see, and right now the game is sitting at a very positive reception. Obviously not getting as much traction as, let's say, a Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma has got like 25,000 Steam reviews right now, although it's sitting at mixed. Horizon Forbidden West, 2,400 reviews, 93% positive. I think in the case of Forbidden West, people are also like, hey, the port's good, don't really have a reason to rage. They'll drop their review after they actually finish the game, which is a sizable undertaking if you're looking to do all of the content, and I would recommend you to do at least a sizable amount of the content. What's the concurrent player count right now? You're looking at 40,000 concurrent players, which, yeah, for a game that's as old as Forbidden West, like, is it an amazing number? No, but it's a 2-year-old game. Delayed port. I'm sure if we did have the day-and-date release on PC, these games would do much better, but I understand why Sony does what Sony does. As far as Forbidden West, again, my main criticism of the game was from a narrative standpoint, and I criticized the narrative quite often with Forbidden West because I thought Zero Dawn's narrative was so strong. But let me just say, even though I think Forbidden West has a far weaker narrative, at the same time, when I was playing this game on the PlayStation 5 and I didn't know how the story was going to unfold, I was hooked in the sense of I wanted to see where they were going to go by the end. It's just, when I got to that latter portion, when I got to the end at that point, I was just like, I don't really know if I agree with the direction that Horizon is going as an IP, and we'll see where they ultimately take Game 3. They could completely do, like, a killer title Game 3, and, again, outside of the overarching narrative, there's a lot of other sub-stories going on, and a lot of other characters to encounter, character side stories, etc., etc. A lot of side missions that, again, I recommend you do a lot of that content. How long to beat has this game pegged at like 28 hours for the main story, but if you want to go for the main story and all the side content, it shoots up to like 60 hours. I'm looking at 50 or so hours if you're looking for the completionist run. Now, I believe there is a Steam achievement that's tied to a New Game Plus playthrough. There definitely is for Zero Dawn, and I imagine that's the case with Forbidden West as well. So keep that in mind if you do want to like 100% the game. You do have to do multiple playthroughs. If that is the case, again, I didn't sit down and look through the entire Forbidden West Steam achievement catalog, and my recollection of the trophies on PlayStation, not that great for a game that's 2 years old. And then, yeah, it's 60 hours or 50 to 60 hours for Forbidden West, but you also get Burning Shores, and Burning Shores, if you're trying to do all the content in that, adding another 15 or so hours of gameplay on top of that. So you're talking about a sizable experience in terms of how much content you're getting, so from that standpoint, very much worth it. Wanted to gush about it because right now, really, Forbidden West was one of my favorite games of 2022. Like, mediocre story aside, and again, for a lot of people, the narrative is going to be something where some people are really going to enjoy it, and even if you don't enjoy it, I was still, like, hooked to it by the end. It's just, by the end, I was just a little bit bewildered with where they're taking the narrative as a whole. But yeah, from a gameplay standpoint, better, content standpoint, better, and the visuals are stunning. Port's really good. Can't recommend it enough based on what I've played on PC so far, which isn't a lot, mind you, but yeah, I completed this game on PlayStation 5, and definitely gonna be playing a lot of this, especially as things in Dogma 2 continue to get ironed out. Horizon is going to be taking a lot of the attention, and obviously Ronin on PS5 as well, but yeah, Forbidden West is great, strong recommendation, definitely go check it out, and it was great on PS5, once again, great on PC. So that'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.